Yeah, this is the third video in a series, so if you didn't watch the first or second one, you might want to go do that.
My God, our mystery caller was correct. It looks like Batman himself is exiting the building.
Is he really? Hello, Gotham, it's me. I'm afraid Miss Vale will soon be leaving the airwaves. We apologize for this interruption.
Vicky Vale's helicopter got shot down, so I need to go save her. So I just barely made it down there, and then I can zip line over to this area.
Need to save Vicky Vale. She'll die if
Then I can climb up there, and I can use my freeze blast to get across, and the zip line will work. Then I can climb up and I zip line to that building. And when I climbed along the stairs, the snipers were just right there. And then I did the same thing on the other side. I zip line across to the next set of skyscrapers. And bam, those two are taken out, and I can save Vicky Vale. Here, Batman uses the line launcher to save her. Looks like he finally figured out what the point of this challenge was. Oh yeah, real high-tech phone you got there. So I then zipped line across to here before I realized there were snipers, and I had the double back. Then I could zip line across to here, and there are a bunch of snipers in Joker's Funland. So I decided to take a shortcut through this building. So I beat up a bunch of henchmen there, and I found Frieza's wife, and I can go tell him that she's safe.
I should tell him.
It's really hard to get around Joker's Funland when you can't glide or grapple because of all the snipers. It was mostly just me hopping around a bunch and dodging all the bullets. Finally, I got to the entrance to the steel mill, and there was another sniper on top of the steel mill that was after me. So I couldn't take out these guys until I'd taken out the sniper. I wasn't really sure how to do that, since, he was on top of a building and I can't grapple up there. But I figured out that I can just zip line up this, and then eventually I'll get into the roof. The sniper's right there, and I tried to use the sonic batarang, but it didn't work for some reason. So I climbed up even higher, and then I could zip line across to him and take him out. Then I could zip line over this guy and drop down onto him. Then I went over and I taught this henchman how to fly. I used my sonic batarang to take out him. I am just as confused as you are. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Then I took out this guy and did a freeze takedown. So it was just me making these little ice platforms for me to walk on, and that was most of the game for a while. Then I could just climb up here and try to get across. It's asking me to grapple up here, but I still managed to climb up. Then it looks like I need to glide down to the window, but I can actually use my freeze blast to make a platform and get him from here. Then Joker greets me with a message. Joker is not sick anymore, but Batman still is. So right now the odds are against me. I save this henchman right here. I don't know how Two-Face's guys even got there, but then he tries to attack me. I then can just zipline across this place, and I can zipline across to here. I tried ziplining over to this platform because otherwise I'd need to grapple up there, but Batman just kept falling and missing it, and I noticed that I was taking damage every time I fell into the water. So I just gave up and I had to grapple up here. Then the doctor that I saved earlier attacks me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're safe.
You're lucky. I could have killed you with this thing.
And I entered another sneak section. So I got a silent takedown at first, and a sonic shock battering for that guy. I found a little Riddler trophy up here, and I could bait them into blowing up the ceiling.
You went this way! I got him! Someone get over
Then I took out this guy.
explosive set.
This guy learned to fly. Then I hit on this platform above them, and I used my disruptor to turn off their guns.
Just the damn furnace.
These guys can't do anything to stop me without their guns. Oh, right in the nuts. There's a mine right there, but I was able to bust through this window to avoid it. The disruptor is way too powerful. The sniper couldn't stand a chance. I got over here and there are two snipers up there. And this is where I discovered something revolutionary. If you pull their guns off of them, the guns just fall onto the floor. And then they just kind of stand there like an idiot, not knowing what to do. I thought it would let me zipline, but it's not letting me zipline to anywhere. So, again, I had to use another grapple. Then, it's the Joker boss fight.
If you wanted to be cured so badly, you only had to ask. It looks like I need to teach you some respect.
There's nothing you can teach me, Joker.
Oh, come on. There's always something to learn. Let's start with getting your ass kicked 101. Seconds up.
You know, during this part, you can actually just freeze Joker. You can just kind of like free roam the room and try to like get out of bounds and stuff, and he can't do anything because he'll just be frozen.
Stop! I can't. We're gonna rip you apart. I will crush every bone in your body. You will die here, bats.
So the Joker boss fight was pretty easy. There was no gliding or grappling to stop me. And it looks like I had taken down Joker. And suddenly, Batman gets crushed. And Joker somehow doesn't. Then Talia comes to save him, and she offers Joker immortality.
She's telling the truth.
Now follow your heart.
Talia places a tracker on her shirt so then Batman can find her and can find the Joker. Then Catwoman comes to save Batman. So then, it was Protocol 10. This is probably the hardest point in the entire game. I have to hide from these helicopters, but I also have to climb up to the top of the buildings in order to be able to scan them. So basically, if they find me and start shooting at me, I'm gonna have to go into the ground and start hiding. And then I'll have to just climb up back to the very top of the building and start all over again. Which this happened a lot.
Successful. Inmate targets neutralized.
Like right here. The Tiger helicopter spots me, so I have to go jump down all the way back down to where I was, and then I'll have to climb all the way back up to that roof in order to scan it again.
Target Batman has disappeared. We have no visual.
Discovered something wonderful. If they did chase me, they would be close enough to the ground that I could scan them. So, at least that makes it not terrible. Then, I accomplished my greatest fear, and I finally got across the stupid drawbridge.
It's successful. Inmate targets neutralized.
I've scanned about 5 helicopters now, not a single one of them has had the master control program. And then I just got caught again.
Zero visual on target. I repeat, we have lost sight of Batman. Target is hit.
So I went over by the courthouse and I scanned this helicopter, and it had the master control program. Only problem is you gotta actually grapple up there because Batman literally needs to pull it out of the helicopter manually. So that's another grapple used.
Got the code. I'm heading to Wonder Tower.
Good. You're doing the right thing. The code.
After that, it was pretty easy. I just ran across the ground, and there were too many roofs that the helicopters didn't see me. And then I used the awkward ladder, as I called it in the first video, which you should go watch if you haven't seen it. And then there were 2 snipers guarding the entrance to Wonder Tower, which I was able just to zip line on top of them and get behind them. No gliding grappling here, just falling, what I'm good at. Then there's a new type of thug, the taser thug, where really all I have to do is just jump over him, get the best of him, not too hard.
Have you ever considered that all this is
Okay, so I just took down your new taser guards easily. So Hugo Strange's solution to that problem is just to add more people that I can easily take down. Great idea, Hugo. Yeah, you're a real mastermind. And then I had to feed those guys, so I sent even more, which still wasn't hard. And I finally saved these 3 random dudes. Then I was in the sunken city, or whatever you want to call it, and the developers want me to use my line launcher a bunch, which I totally agree with. I like that idea. And now I have a hard sneak section. These are tiger guards. They're actually trained, so that means they might actually be able to shoot me. Oh, well, there he goes. So yeah, my plan was to just hide right here and then just knock all these guys over the edge. I don't think that was physically possible. So I'd pulled off my 6th guy when I decided, okay, maybe I should just go around and have a little bit of fun. I took this guy's gun, and then I punched him. And I was gonna ground take him down, but the snipers was there. So I came back for more, and that was not a very good decision on his part. I pulled off this sniper guy, and then there's only one left. Then I was in the elevator, and it was time to head up to Wonder Tower. There were 2 armed gunmen waiting for me, and I couldn't zip line up to the roof or anything, so they were just gonna immediately start shooting in there whenever I got there. So I only had one option left. Only one gadget that I've had this entire time since the very start of this challenge could get me through this. I had to time this right or I was dead. Wow, look at what my health bar did. Let me replay that for you. Yeah. The guns took out my normal health, not my bullet health for some reason. So I was just one little health meter away from dying. Then I had to climb a tower. And to climb a tower with no stairs, you gotta grapple. So I grappled once. And I didn't want to grapple there, so I tried doing like that freeze grenade glitch or something. And it worked at first, until I bonked my head on some spikes, and I fell down. So then I just had to grapple up there. Then I had to use a 3rd grapple, and the final grapple was up to that grate. Now this was the only entrance point to this building, so basically I just hid in here and took out anybody along the grate. Which was very long and very annoying. Until eventually I could just take out these 2 guys' guns, and I'd be fine. But yeah, look at that. Just everybody was just taking around that one spot. I could probably do better.
And you're successful. I have saved Gotham. I have achieved what the great Batman could never do. Gotham will forever thank Hugo Strange.
Turns out the villain behind Hugo Strange was Ra's al Ghul.
The world will not miss them.
He was planning the attack the entire time,
My work.
and Batman had no idea.
Strange, but this Wayne.
So Hugo Strange blows up the tower to try to get rid of Batman and Ra's al Ghul.
No.
Get out of there!
Then Joker decides it's a good time for a Zoom meeting, and he says that he has Talia as a hostage. But he's also being guarded by a sniper. Or 15. So I used the trick from earlier where I just pull their guns off the side of the building, and then they just kind of stand there like all useless because, like, okay, what are you supposed to do? You're just standing on a rooftop. It's not like you're gonna jump down there and get it or anything, right? So I had taken away everybody's gun, and I figured out a smart plan to take out these two guys.
Can't even be bothered turning up.
I don't know if this challenge would be possible without the freeze grenade.
To talk. Too late, Batman. Give me the cure.
But you've already got the cure. Talia, no!
So then Talia kills Joker. At least you would think so, because Batman has some important plot point flashbacks.
Mr. J, you look perfect.
Ring, ring. So how do you keep a secret from the world's greatest detective? Well, do you know? You stick it right in front of him, right under his long, pointy nose. And wait.
Joker wants you to think he's sick. Then wait. Gotcha.
You fell for the old fake Joker gang, Batman.
Talia!
So then Joker gets revenge for killing him, but not him, because it's actually Clayface.
Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, standing in for your family, I'm doing a damn fine job of it. I give you
So the way to take out Clayface is to throw the freeze grenades at him until he completely freezes up. Otherwise, I can make him roll into these bombs. Which, if you think about it, shouldn't that just make him unfreeze if he's running into explosives, which is fire?
What are you doing? That's cheating! What the hell are you doing, Bat?
And Batman tries to grab the cure, but Clayface unfreezes just right before he can get it. And I blew him up again. And again, he's actually pretty stupid. I mean, Clayface doesn't really have a brain, does he? It's just a bunch of clay. So then Batman just goes a little bit overkill on him. And the floor blew up. Right into Ra's al Ghul's base, which I don't think even lines up in the map. So then I got to fight these cool little Clayface soldiers till eventually they all froze. And then now maybe I can actually get the cure. Batman finally has the cure, and then he knocks Clayface into the Lazarus Pit. Which, if you think about it, the Lazarus Pit makes somebody more strong and younger. So wouldn't Clayface just be extra powerful? Joker stabs Batman, which then Batman drops the cure.
Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
That actually is pretty funny. What happened?
Batman walks off like a cool dude, and it's the end of this challenge. So in the end, can you beat Batman Arkham City without gliding or grappling? No. Weren't you paying attention?